Hi, guys. This is Robert from RJL 518. Welcome you to another exciting edition of Inside Pitch Baseball. This is the 1977 One and Gone tournament, and this is game number 3. We are at Arlington Stadium. The number 24 Atlanta Braves take on the number 8 Texas Rangers. We actually got a pretty interesting matchup today. I really think so between these two. The Braves were 61 and 101. They were not good, really, in 1977. The Rangers were very good, 94 and 68, pretty much missing out on the 1977 playoffs to Kansas City. This was a very good Rangers team. They could hit and they could pitch. This was a strong ball club. We are at the American League ballpark today, so the National League gets a DH, which may be a help or could be a hurt for the Braves. We'll see how they do. And we got a Hall of Fame pitching matchup. It will be Phil Niekro taking on Bert Blyleven. Phil Niekro, of course, is in his later years, so Niekro getting up there, but still very capable and pretty happy. He probably doesn't have to bat in this game. Bert Blyleven, another Hall of Famer, he will pitch for the Rangers. As we start this game here, this is game 3 of this tournament. And if you've missed the first two, you better check them on my channel. They were excellent. And especially the last game I played between the Oakland Athletics and the Chicago White Sox. That is definitely a game you must check out if you've not watched it yet. That was game number 2. No spoilers. You'll have to go see what happened in that one. So it should be exciting. I'm ready to roll some baseball here for this game here. We're going to do another game later, and we'll get to that one in the evening. Anyway, welcome here to 1977 One and Gone. Let's see. Starting pitcher for the 77 Texas Rangers is Bert Blyleven. He was 14-2 with a 2.72 ERA. He was the Ranger ace. We will use blue-white. We'll use blue and white as the main dice coverage for the Rangers since they are the home team. And let's get things started. Leading off for the 1977 Atlanta Braves will be center fielder Roland Office. Let's play some baseball, everyone. Blyleven's first pitch is a 5-1 strikeout possibility against a righty. That's a 9. Arlington Stadium adds 4 to the strikeout rating. That's amazing. So that makes that a 13. And Roland Office with a 9, he definitely goes down on strikes. As Bert Blyleven goes ahead and sends him back to the dugout. He did have 182 strikeouts that year. Batting up next will be their designated hitter. It will be Barry Bonnell. He will be the DH for the Braves in this game. Here's the pitch from Blyleven. That's a 4-3, a possible hit by pitch. And he has a hit by pitch for a 4, and plus 4 is an 8, but that's a 9, so there's no hit by pitch. Bono will swing 5-3, star line 5. He flies out to center. 2 men down. And now we'll see the third baseman, Jerry Royster. He gets the call here for the Braves. It's batting third. Blyleven with the pitch. 3-6. That's a walk plus 10. And against the die, that becomes a 19. No change from Arlington Stadium. That is an 18 on the die, so he walks Royster. Royster gets the first base on a 2-out walk. And now we'll see first baseman Willie Montanez for the Braves. Anything on a strat roll? We got an 18. Nothing happening. Infield is normal. Blyleven with the pitch. 4-3. Another hit by pitch opportunity. That 13 is going to be too high. Montanez, a 4-3 for him, and he grounds out to second. And that will end the inning. Nothing for the Braves. They did get a walk, but that was it. And they will now take the field. Starting pitcher for the 1977 Atlanta Braves will be Phil Niekro, Hall of Famer. Still had didn't have enough wins, and he was 16-20 that year with a 4.03 ERA. It was a tough season for Niekro, but as you know, he was getting up there in years at this stage of his career, but he was still very capable. Leading off for the Texas Rangers in the bottom of the first will be first baseman Mike, the human rain delay Hargrove. And I guess I have to pause at least 5 seconds every time he takes the bat. Okay, now he's adjusted. Now we can do that. The human rain delay. Always up, always adjusted his cap, adjusted his glove. After every pitch. He was frustrating his pitchers, though, and he was not a bad and was a pretty decent player. 3-5 for Niekro against the lefty. That is a blank. Hargrove, 3-5, and he grounds one to first. And that is out number one. Here is the shortstop, Bert Campaneris. Niekro, 6-5. That's a strikeout possibility. A 17 is going to be too high. Campaneris, 4-1. Starline 4. He flies out to center. And playing in right field for this game will be Claudell Washington. Niekro's pitch. That is a 3-4. That's a strikeout possibility. Against a righty, 16 becomes a 20, and that's an automatic strikeout with that rating from Arlington Stadium. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Rangers. Phil Niekro gets the job done in the first, and we got no score. Top of the second coming up. Leading off for the Braves will be right fielder Jeff Burrows. As Forever Maine 90 says hello here at Arlington Stadium. Greetings to Germany. Blyleven's pitch, 5-2. That's at the ballpark. Jeff Burrows, 2-2, takes a swing, and that is a possible home run to the opposite field, and that is hit to right field. Let's see. His home run rating against a righty is a 17. That's a 0. That's a 14, and Jeff Burrows just smacked it over the right field fence for a home run. Jeff Burrows says he loves American League ballparks as he goes ahead and smacks one over the right field fence to the opposite side. Burrow hits it that way. Blyleven mad himself. Arlington Stadium couldn't do anything with it. And with a big solo home run, the Braves take a 1-0 lead. Jeff Burrows, how about that? I guess he loves American League ballparks. Next batter will be left fielder Gary Matthews. As the fans here at Arlington are kind of a little bit in awe of the shot that he just made, but it was good. Blyleven's pitch, 6-6. That's a blank against a righty. Matthews, 3-6, and he flies out the left. Anything can happen when it's one game for all the marbles. Next batter is the catcher, Biff Pocoroba. Biff Pocoroba, I should say. Biff Pocoroba. Sounds like a dance. Pocoroba. Blyleven with the pitch. 5-3. That's a strikeout possibility, and a 6 will do it. With a +4 from Arlington Stadium, Pocoroba goes down on strikes. And there are 2 outs. And now here is the second baseman for Atlanta, Rod Gilbreth. Just finished watching the Sox and A's game, another classic. Your pale hose got kicked out early. Yeah, that was a heck of a game last night. That was a heck of a game. I'm actually surprised it went that way. 4-6, a strikeout on Gilbreth. That is a 9, and that's going to get him out on that as well. And that is higher than the other 2 of the 11 and 12, and Arlington giving 4 extra strikeouts. And that does it. But the Braves do get 1 run on a solo shot by Jeff Burrows. And we will go to the bottom of the second inning with the Braves leading 1-0. Here comes Phil Niekro. As he said, we got a Hall of Fame matchup between Niekro and Blyleven. Of course, Niekro in his later years at this stage in his career, but still very capable. Leading off for the Texas Rangers will be their designated hitter, Willie Horton. Here's a who. The 1977 Rangers were good, and if anyone has any issues wondering how good they were, please check out Baseball Demos Dave at Baseball Demos. He did the 1977 World Series, featuring the Rangers and the Dodgers out there as the Rangers made his World Series, and that was on Stratomatic, and that was a fun set of videos to watch. 1-3 for Niekro. That's a range play at the ballpark. 4-2. That is a Starline 3. It's a ground ball to shortstop. And The shortstop is Pat Rocket. He has a range of 1. And he's not going to get that, and that's going to be a base hit. Willie Horton hits it past Rocket, and Horton will be at first with a single. Braves, not a good fielding team at all. Not a good fielding team, at least in range quality. Not a good fielding team. The Rangers, however, are a very good fielding team. Infield will be halfway. Here is the third baseman, Toby Harrah for Texas. Anything happening? That is a 3. Willie Horton, yeah, that is a steal attempt if I want it, because Phil Niekro adds 3, so that becomes a 4. His stolen base rating is an 8. -1 is a 7. But Cobra's throw arming would be a +1, would be an 8. A 1 to 8 for Horton to steal. I'm not going to do that. I'll call it off and let Harris swing normally. Niekro, 4-6. That is a walk +10. And Harrah with 20 and 22, that's an automatic walk. Don't even have to check the die for that. And he walks Harrah. So now the Rangers are in business. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. And here is the second baseman, Bump Wills. Infield still halfway. And first we got to roll the strat. See if anything happening. That is an 8. Nothing happening there. Niekro with the pitch, 5-6. That's a blank. Bump Wills, 4-6. And against the right-hander, that is a double to center. That is a double to center against the right-hander for Bump Wills, and this game is tied just like that. We know Horton definitely scores. Harrah goes to third. Wills goes to second. Now, does Harrah score? His base running rating is a 4. A double to center is added as +1 to his rating, which makes it a 5. The center fielder is Roland Office. He has a 0 arm. So a 1 to 5, Harrah will score. 6, someone's out. It is a 5. He does score. Toby Harrah will score on the 2 RBI double by Bump Wills. And just like that, the Rangers take the lead. It's now 2-1 here in the bottom of the second. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI double by Wills. 2 RBI double, I should say. Scores a couple of runs. And a runner on second, and still nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. Infield goes back to normal. Next batter will be the left fielder, Dave May. Anything on strat? That is a 5. Bump Wills, he's got a good stolen base rating, 14. And that would actually be a steal attempt for him. So stolen base is 14, -1 becomes a 13. Pacobaroba adds 1, so that would be a 14. A 1 to 14 for Bump Wills to steal third. With nobody out, I'm going to let Dave May swing. I'll call that off. Niekro will pitch 3-1, possible error check. Dave May, 4-6. That is a single to shortstop. Is there an error? The ball is hit to Rocket. His error rating is 16, and yes, there is an error. There is an error on Rocket. So May is going to make it. It's a single. And that is an infield single with an infield single with 1 extra base advancement on a bad throw. So that means that on an error, two bases are run. So Bump Wills will score from second, and May will make it to second base on a throw. That is an error, as you do not use the runner advancement chart on that kind of play, on an error. The runner advancement chart is disregarded. So it's a base hit and an E6. And it's now 3-1 Rangers on an error by Rocket. First error on the Braves. And still nobody out here. And it looks like Texas is going to give Atlanta some lumps. Here's the center fielder, Juan Beniquez. Anything on strat? Niekro already in some trouble. A 7, nothing happening. Niekro with the pitch, 4-2. That's a possible error on a grounder. Beniquez, 6-1. And that is a star. That's a star line 6, and that's going to be a fly ball to left. So no error on a fly ball to left field. May will not advance. He holds it second. There is one out now. And that will bring up the catcher, Jim Sundberg. Thing on Strat, 17. Sundberg could bunt if he wants to, but he bats 291, so I'll call that off. Niekro's pitch, 4-6. Walk plus 10, and that's going to make him a 25, and he'll walk Sundberg. So Niekro, definitely not showing his stuff today. Runners at first and second for the human rain delay. And no, I'm not going to take as long as he does. Otherwise, this game would probably last for 5 hours. 3-1 Rangers, bottom of the second. They are right now putting it to the Braves. One out. The infield is in rain, is going to go halfway, try to get a double play. 18, Hargrove can do a bunt, but he's not going to go to, not with an average of 305. Niekro will pitch. 6-5, that's a strikeout possibility. 18 will be too high. Hargrove swings. 4-4, and he flies out to center. That is the second out. And Dave May, you subtract 3 from his base running rating automatically, which makes it a 0, which means May holds at second base, but they're now 2 down. And here is Bert Campaneris. That is a 8, nothing happening. Can Niekro get out this inning? Let's see, 5-1. That is a double question mark. And against a right-hander, that is a 1-10, and that is a straight single one. Niekro pitches a bad pitch, and Campaneris puts it right past him. That is an S1, and that is a base hit. May automatically scores from second on that one. May comes in to score. Jim Sundberg's base running is going to be a 3, and to get from first to third, he needs to be a 4, which he is not. So Sundberg holds at second. Campaneris is at first, but the Rangers now lead it 4-1. On an RBI single by Campaneris. And now Claudel Washington. Phil Niekro might not be going long in this game. Got off to a great start in the first inning, and now an error and a couple of hits. Nothing happening. Nothing going on there. Niekro will pitch. That's a 6-5. That's a strikeout. The 20 against a righty. That is a 16 plus 4, and that is a 20, and he barely strikes out Washington. Washington can't believe it. I would call that a called strike. That's a called strike 3 is what that is, and Washington's going to have to go back to the bench, and that will do it. The Rangers, however, send all 9 players to the plate. 4 runs on 4 hits, and 1 error and a couple of walks. 2 innings in the books, and the Rangers have now opened up a 4-1 lead on the Braves. We'll see if Atlanta can get some runs back as we go to the top. As we go to the top of the third, Blyleven takes the mound. And leading off for Atlanta will be their shortstop, Pat Rocket. He got the shortstop call here for Atlanta in this game. He was their main shortstop in 1977. This Atlanta team, as I said, not good. 61 wins, 101 losses. Not one of their better teams. And Pat Rocket, who committed the error, which doesn't help much. So let's see what Blyleven does. Blyleven pitches a 1-2, and that is a walk possibility. And against a righty, that's a 13, that's a 14, too high. Rocket doesn't walk. He will swing 4-1, and against a righty, he flies out to left. One down. Here is Roland Office. Blyleven, 2-6, that's a blank. Office, 4-3, that's a base hit. Single pass first. He'll get to first base. And now the batter is Barry Bonnell. Bonnell is the designated hitter for Atlanta in this game. Anything on Strat? A 15? Nope. Office on at first. Blyleven has to deal with a little bit of traffic on the base paths. Let's see how this goes. Blyleven with the pitch. That is a 1-2. That is a walk possibility. That's an 8. That's an 18 too high. Bunnell will swing. And that is a 6-6, and it's a ground ball. Infield's automatically halfway. That's a ground ball to third. His double play rating is a 2. Nothing from Blyleven, a 3. Second baseman's pivot man for Texas. That's Wills. He has no arms. So a 1-3, they turn double play. It is a 3, and they do. Bonnell grounds out into the 5-4-3. Grounds out into the 5-4-3, and that will end the inning. So no runs and a hit. But that's all the Braves get. Bottom of the third, 4-1 Rangers. Phil Niekro going to stay out there a little while longer if possible. Leading off for the Rangers is their DH, Willie Horton, to start the bottom of the third. Phil Niekro with the pitch. That's a 3-6 against a righty. That's a blank. 4-6 on Horton, and he doubles into center field. That is a nice double by Horton. A nice D8, and he will head to second. And the Rangers start off with a man on second, and that will bring up Toby Harrah. Anything on Strat? A 2. Horton is not stealing, not with a stolen base rating of an 8. He's not going to go. So no steal, I'll call that off. And you're up by 3 runs, so you're not stealing now. So here's Harrah. Niekro will pitch. That's a 3-4, and that is a strikeout possibility. That's an 8 plus 4 is a 12, 16 too high. Harrah gets the swing, and that is a 1-4, Starline 6, and that's going to be a fly out to left. Horton stays at second. And the batter now is Bump Wills. Stat die says 9, nothing happening. Niekro with the pitch, 2-4. That's a blank. Bump Wills, 6-6. That's a hit column roll on the to left field against a right-hander. That is a 20. That's going to be too high for Wills, and that's just going to be a fly out to left. 2 outs. And now here's Dave May. Horton still at second, stays at second base. Strat roll says a 2. I'm not stealing with him. It does make the steal category, but you're not stealing with a guy with stolen base rating of an 8. 40% chance to make it, not good. Niekro will pitch. 3-1. Possible error. Dave May, 1-4. That is a fly ball to center field. Roland Office is out there. His error rating is a 2. He's going to make the play easily with a 16 on the red die. 3 straight, so a double and 3 straight flyouts, and that's all the Rangers will get, 1 hit. But they still lead it 4-1 here at the end of 3. A better inning by Phil Niekro, even with the double. And now the top of the 4th. It will be Jerry Royster leading off for Atlanta. Remember, my payoff pitch season begins, 1985 begins Monday. I'll be putting the payoff pitch lineups for the first block in Payoff Pitch Gamers Network. If you've not subscribed to that in the Facebook group, please do so. You'll catch all the information there because that's going to be the only place I'm going to put payoff pitch material. Inside pitch material usually goes into Tabletop Baseball Plus. Blyleven's pitch to Royster. That is a 2-6 by Blyleven. That's a blank. Royster, 1-2. He flies out to right. And here is Willie Montanez. Blyleven, 4-5. Wild pitch disregarded. 1-4. Possible error on a throw. Montanez, 4-1. And that is a fly ball to left field. And there is no throw on that, so that's disregarded. 2 outs. Here's Jeff Burrows, who hit the home run, and he hit 41 of them He was Atlanta's leading home run hitter. He had 41 of them that year in 77. So I'm not surprised. I'm surprised he didn't jack that one out. Blyleven's pitch. That is a 3-4. That is a blank. Burrows 1-1. Starline 6. He flies out to right, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Blyleven. Nothing there for Atlanta. Bleacher Bums Gaming joins me. Anthony, an honor, sir, for you to join me here at Arlington Stadium for game number 3 of this one and gone tournament. And Al, Red Sox fan, joins me as well on this Friday. Happy Friday to all of you. Check out those 2 awesome channels. Bleacher Bums Gaming, who does Glory Days Boxing, which I did purchase the bantamweights from you there, Anthony, just to complete the set. Snow? What's that? What's snow, Al? I'm in South Florida. I don't know what snow is. Sorry about. I'm very sorry about snow. What is that? It's that white stuff that falls from the sky once in a while. Okay, yeah, no, sorry, I don't know what that is there, Al. Sorry to hear that. I know. I'm gonna be mean today, right? I'm gonna buy 92 today here, Al. So all of you, and then of course, an Al Red Sox fan, one of the best channels on the net, period. He does it all. He does Action PC. He does Glory Days Boxing. He does Stratomatic One and Done, which you've not finished that tournament. You've not finished that tournament either, Al. I'm waiting for you to finish your 1969 One and Done. You've not finished it. I know you've been doing a whole bunch of other stuff. 2 of the best channels you'll find anywhere. Bottom of the 4th, Phil Niekro back on the mound for the Braves. It will be against Juan Beniquez, who leads off for Texas. That is a 2-1 on Niekro. It's a strikeout. It's going to be too high. Beniquez, 4-4. He lines it right to first. 1 out. And the next batter will be Jim Sundberg. I did practice a little bit with Glory Days Boxing there, Anthony. I did try a little practice in a fight between Kid Astica and Adolfo Verrett from the welterweights. That's the ones I want to do it for now. And actually turned out to be interesting. A big gash opened up. Kid Astica opened up a big gash on Verrett, and the doctor stopped the fight in the early 2nd round. It didn't go long, but I might have done something wrong. So when I get really ready to do it, I'll go ahead and start streaming some GDB. Phil Niekro's pitch to Sundberg, 5-1. That's a double question mark. A 19 is going to be too high on against the righty. That's going to be too high on either one, so that's going to be a blank. So Sundberg gets to swing, and that is a 1-3, and he singles into center field for a base hit for Sundberg. He'll hold at first base, and that brings up the human rain delay, Mike Hargrove. And no, I'm not going to wait 10 seconds every time to throw the dice for him. Anything on strat? And it says a 5. Hargrove, let's see here. Sundberg. It could do a hit and run, but you're up by 3 runs. Why would you? So no, I'll call that off. Phil Niekro adds 3 to the strat die roll for the attempt. Sundberg wouldn't steal, but that does put it in the hit and run category, but I'm going to call that off. As a member, I use the strat roll as a suggestion, not a hard and fast rule. It's like my bench coach telling me, you can go ahead and hit and run, and I'll say, I got Hargrove, he bats 305. I'll let him swing away. Infield is halfway. Niekro's pitch, 4-4. That's a possible error on a throw. Hargrove, 5-4, and that's going to be a single to right field. The right fielder is Burrows. His error rating is a 5. That's a 15. There's not going to be a throwing error. So now we check the runner advancement chart on a single to right. So Sundberg's base running rating is a 2, and it's hit to right field. And to get from first to third, add 2 becomes a 4. Burrows' arm is a +2. It's a 6. So Sundberg with a 6 automatically makes third. There is no throw, and the Rangers are in business. And now the batter is Bert Campaneris with runners at the corners and 1 out. Rangers already leading 4-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Let's see if the strat roll says anything. That is a 6. Let's see here. Mike Hargrove, I'm not going to steal with him. Sundberg is not stealing. No hit and run. No. Call it off. The Braves are going to play the infield halfway, try to get the double play, although, Campaneris is a double play rating of 1. Be very difficult to do so. They're actually going to play the infield in instead and try not to let Sundberg hit. Try to get him in. Phil Niekro's pitch. And that is a 5-1. That's a question mark. And against a righty, that's a 1-10. That's a 5. It's a single pass Niekro, automatic base hit. As Niekro pitches another bad one. Sundberg comes in to score, of course. Hargrove's base running rating is a 2. And it has to be a 4 in order to get to second base. It's not, so they'll get to third base, so he'll get to second easily. But the Rangers are now up 5-1 as they're now blowing up the Braves, and I'm not surprised at this. The Rangers are a much better team than the Braves were in 1977. 3 straight base hits, and that's going to be it for Niekro. He is done. And the Braves are going to go to the bullpen. And there's 1 out. The next batter is Claudell Washington for Texas. So let's see who I want to bring in for the Braves. So I want him to pitch. Boy, this team was bad. I'm not kidding, guys. This team was bad. They were 61-101 for a reason. And their bullpen is awful. They had awful pitching. Jeez. I don't know who to bring in. But, hey, that's the way it goes. Sometimes you play against a bad team. Let's see who I'm bringing in. I'm going to bring in Dan Collins, the left-hander, against Washington. Try to stop the bleeding here for Atlanta, but don't look good. Runners at first and second, still 1 out. And infield is going to be halfway back, try to turn the double play. Claudell Washington struck out twice. Anything on Strat? A 2. Hargrove that's a +2, becomes a 3. I'm not going to steal with Hargrove, so no, I'll call it off. Collins will pitch 2-6. Against the lefty, that's a walk +10. That becomes a 15 for Washington. That's an 8, and the first thing he does is walk Claudell Washington. And the bases are loaded. And now here is Willie Horton. Here's a who. Bases loaded here, still 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. The Rangers looking to blow this game wide open now. And the Braves right now are just looking up at the sky and just wondering, can we do anything right here? Anything on Strat? Let's see. 16. Nope. So here is the pitch. 6-2 on Collins. That's at the ballpark. Arlington Stadium. 1-4. Oh, boy. 1-4. That's a home run possible to the pull side. Willie Horton, and that's a 16. And against the lefty, he is gonna get it. Willie Horton, that's a 16. And against the pull side, and he's a lefty, which means he hit that one to the right field. Pow! That one is hit high. That one is hit deep. Willie Horton definitely heard a who. It is gone. Grand slam home run for Willie Horton. At the ballpark, and then a 1-4 is a HRP, which is a home run to the pull side. Against the lefty, Horton is a 16. There's no adjustment from Arlington, and he gets a home run, and it is out of here. Grand slam, Willie Horton. And this game, yes, as Bleacher Bums Gaming is definitely saying, it has gotten out of hand. Toby Harrell will be the next batter. But with a grand slam home run, the Rangers now lead it 9-1. And I may have to open up my extra numbers tray here in case I need to pull some more numbers. Don Collins comes up and gives a grand slam. Maybe my fault, lefty versus righty matchup, but in this case, it really doesn't matter. And still 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Collins will pitch to Hara. That's a 5-5. And against the righty, that's a blank. Hara 5-4. Starline 5. He flies out to center. And that is the second out. And here is Bump Wills. Collins 5-6. Possible error on a throw. Bump Wills 3-3. That's going to be a fly out to right. No throwing error, obviously. And that will end the inning. The Rangers get 5 runs on 4 hits. A big grand slam by Willie Horton. Here's a who. And at the end of 4, the Rangers are in full command of this game and leading 9-1. I wish you guys would watch a better game. For those of you who didn't last night, game number 2, the Oakland Athletics and the Chicago White Sox. Check that game on my channel. That game was fun. And it was a little crazy. Had a little bit of payoff pitch in a way. Top of the 5th, Bert Blyleven now has an 8-run lead for Texas. Probably going to be enough. Collins is going to come out. He's not going to pitch the next inning. And leading off for the Braves here in the Matthews. We'll see if they can at least make it respectable in some way. Blyleven 3-6. That's a walk 10. And against that becomes a 21. He does walk Matthews automatically, no matter what the die says on that one. Blyleven gives up the leadoff walk. And now Biff Pocoroba. No strat roll now. No strat dice roll. So I'm not going to be rolling strat, even with the pickoff play. So 6-1 on Blyleven. That's a strikeout possibility. A 16 is going to be too high. Pocoroba 3-6. He singles to right field. He gets a base hit. Gary Matthews, base running rating 3, single to right. You add 2 to that, becomes a 5. The right fielder for Texas is Washington. He has no arm. So a 1-5, Matthews will make third, and he does. A 5 on the 3 on the die, and he does make third. Base hit by Pocoroba. And now you got runners at first and third, nobody out. Now the Braves are in a little business. Maybe they can make this interesting. But Rod Gilbreth is the batter here. Infield is going to be halfway. Rangers going to play for double play. They're up by 8 runs. No strat roll. Blyleven, 1-2. That's a walk possibility. And against the righty, that's a 9. The 13 is too high. Gilbert swings 1-2. And against the righty, that is a ground ball back to Blyleven. Double play rating is a from Blyleven. It's a 4 from there. And in a ground ball back to the pitcher against the righty, the second baseman is the pivot man. And that's Wills. He has no pivot rating. So a 1-4, they'll turn 2. And they do. So Gilbreth and Pocoroba is out. Matthews does score. And it's now 9-2. But they do turn 2. So they give up 1 run. They give up 1 run to get 2 outs, which is a very good trade-off. And now it's 9-2. So run comes in to score. G1. Let's see. It was shortstop 0. So it was a 1-4-3. And now the batter is Pat Rocket for Atlanta. 2 outs. And Work calls me back later. Take care, everyone. No problem. They're out. Red Sox fan. King of the Hill. Thank you for joining me, sir. We'll catch your channel out later, as always. Blyleven will pitch to Rocket. That's a 1-6. That's a range play. Rocket, a 4-5. That's a fly ball to center field. Juan Beniquez is a range of 5. Does he make that play? Not a problem. He's there. He's got it, and he makes the catch. On a fly out to center. The Braves get 1 run on a hit. On 1 hit. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's now 9-2. Pretty much in control is the Rangers. The Rangers have a lefty and two righties coming up. So Dave May is the leadoff batter for Texas. So I think we'll see a right-handed pitcher for Atlanta. God, their bullpen is awful. Dang, this is a bad team. They're going to go ahead and bring in Rick Camp. He will pitch for the Braves. Remember, there's no fatigue in my one and gone tournaments. No fatigue. Every pitcher that pitches can pitch the next game for the simple reason is usually it wouldn't play the next day anyway. There's no fatigue, and the entire roster is available. So that means that everybody in this pack is available to play. I don't have a roster limit. However, my rule is I usually must choose the player with the most at bats early in the game. But when a situation on the line, I'll usually choose the best stat. So Rick Camp will pitch to Dave May. Camp comes in there right now, bottom of the fifth. 4-2, that's a blank. May 6-1, and that's a fly ball to right. Remember, my payoff pitch 1985 season will start Monday. Got a doubleheader starting on Monday. We got Cleveland at Detroit and Toronto at Kansas City starting 1985. Payoff pitch doubleheader 85 season. Lineups for the week for the first block will be posted in Payoff Pitch Gamers Network. That's the only place I'm going to put them. One out. Here is Juan Beniquez. 4-4. That's at the ballpark. Beniquez 1-1. That is a single possible double. So Beniquez gets the first base. His base running rating is a 4, and that's it to center field. Roland Office has no arms, so it's a 1-4. Beniquez will get to second. It is a 6. He's thrown out at second. Roland Office throws Beniquez out at second, 2 outs. So Beniquez tries to stretch that into a double, and I don't know why he would do that when you're up 7 runs, but okay. So that's Jim Sundberg. A 6 is the only way he would have been thrown out. Roland Office says, nah, I'm not going to make it that easy for you. 2 outs. Here's Sundberg. 6-4 against righty. That's a blank. Sundberg, 6-2. He flies out to center. And that will end the inning. No runs. There was a hit. But at the end of 5, the Rangers have a commanding 9-2 lead on the Braves. One and gone game scheduled for this evening will be, please wait. We'll try to reconnect. My connection's stable. Hope you guys didn't lose me there. The connection was a little bit unstable. Hope you guys are still there. Let me know. Bert Blyleven comes back on the mound for the Rangers, 9-2 Texas. And leading off will be the top of the order for Atlanta. Here is Roland Office. We have another game scheduled for the one tournament, 1977. And I know for a fact Steeler fan will be there. Bert Blyleven, 5-1. That's a strikeout possibility. A 6 will get it. Office is out. 1 down. He's the designated hitter for the Braves in this game. 6-5 on Blyleven, question mark. Double question mark against the righty. A 1-15 is a star line. And that with a 4, that's exactly what that is. And that's going to be a ground out to short. As Blyleven doing his job. But, of course, when you got a 7-run lead, makes things easy. Here is Jerry Royster. Well, this Braves team was bad. Blyleven, 1-6, range play. Royster, 1-5, star line 4, fly ball to left. Dave May is out there. His range is a 4. He's not going to make the play. Is that a single or a double? It's a single. Royster holds it first. So that becomes a base hit to left. And now a chance for Willie Montanez. So here I gotta say the Braves are bad, and Jerry Royster gets a base hit. Still 2 outs. No strat rolls being used. Not right now when you're 7-run lead. 1-4 Blyleven. That's a possible error on a throw. Montanez, 6-5. That's a ball hit. That is a hit column hit into center field. It's a 3 against a righty. That is going to be a single. And in right field, the ball is hit to center. And that is Roland Office. His error rating is a 2, and that is a 3 on the die. So he just misses an error, but that does turn into a base hit. Royster goes to second. His base running rating becomes a 5 with 2 outs. Actually, not Office. Center fielder Beniquez. And Beniquez's arm is still a 2, so it has no arm rating. So a 1 to 5, Royster. So really, it was not Office. It was not Office. That was Juan Beniquez in center field. But his error rating was still a 2, so he still was good. But it is a base hit. A little bit more interesting. Top of the 6th inning, 9-2. The corners, 2 outs. Rangers going to play the infield normal. No strat roll. Blyleven will pitch. 3-2. That is a star line. That'll end the inning, and that is going to be a ground out to second. No runs for the Braves. They did get a couple of hits. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 9-2 Rangers, as Burrows could not take advantage of the runners on base this time. Rick Camp. Let's see who's that's up first. Leading off is the human rain delay, Mike Hargrove. Got 2 lefties and a righty. They're going to see a new pitcher as Camp's going to come out. And we're going to see a lefty coming in there for Atlanta. Ugh, God, awful. And it's going to be Mike Davey will come in for the Braves in the bottom of the 6th inning. So here's Mike Hargrove. 9-2 Rangers. Davies pitch, 5-3. That's a strikeout, but that's going to be too high. Hargrove's hit 3-1 against the lefty. That is a fly out to right field. That would have been a double if it was a right-hander, but Hargrove flies out to right. 1 out. Here is Bert Campaneris. Davey, 4-2. That's a blank. Campaneris 1-4, and against the lefty, that is going to be a base hit for Campaneris. That's a single. That's where those splits come in. And Campaneris hits base hit on that one, and he'll get to first. That is his 3rd hit of the game. He is 3 for 4 today. Now the batter is Claudel Washington. No strat roll, infield halfway. Got to get a meeting. Talk to you later. Absolutely, BBG. Thank you for joining me. An honor when you join me, sir. Looking forward to some more Glory Days boxing and more payoff pitch action with the Yankees and Babe Ruth. Not looking good for the Cardinals in the National League right now, so we'll see. And for the 1921 replay we're both doing. So Davey will pitch, and that is a 6-6. That's a blank. Claudel Washington, 4-1. That's a base hit. He singles past second for a single. Campaneris, an S4 to get in order to get to third, his base running rating has to be at least a 3. It's a 4. Campaneris will get to third base. Washington goes to first. And now the Rangers are in business. Runners at the corners for Willie Horton. Willie Horton smacked a grand slam home run, 1 out. And I think we're going to see a new pitcher for the Braves as Davey's going to come out now. They're going to bring in a right-hander. And they're going to bring in Max Leon for Atlanta. Willie Horton is 3 for 3. He has a single, a double, and a homer. He's missing a triple for the cycle. 1 out. Bottom of the 6th, 9-2 Rangers. Max Leon now pitching for Horton. No strat roll. Leon pitches 2-6. That's a strikeout possibility. A 20 is going to still be too high, even with the increase from Arlington Stadium. Against that becomes an 18. So Horton avoids the strikeout. Does he get a hit? A 4-4. Yes, he does. It's a single past second base for a base hit. Campaneris will score. Washington on a S4. We will make it to third easily with a base running rating of 4. Horton goes to first. And the Rangers are pretty much teaching the Atlanta Braves a lesson and now lead this game 10-4. Willie Horton is 4 for 4 today. What a day he's having. Atlanta just cannot figure him out at all. Here's Toby Harrah. Now a 10-2 lead for Texas. I was hoping we get a better game than this, but sometimes you get these blowouts. And it's nice to know that in every game engine, this can't happen. Still one out and still in infield halfway. The Braves is trying to maybe just get this game over with and go home. Max Leon will pitch to Harrah. No strat roll. 5-5 for Max Leon. That's at the ballpark. And that is from my mom. She'll pick that up there. Oh, she got it. That's at the ballpark. That's at the ballpark. 1-4. And another home run pull side possible. Harrah against a righty. 17. That's a 10. Toby Harrah, blam. And that one is hit high. That one is hit deep. And that one is gone. For the second time on a ballpark check, a 1-4 comes up. It's a home run for Toby Harrah to the pull side as he hits that one over the left field fence. It's a 3-run jack, and the Braves are just getting absolutely annihilated. Stadium cheers. Yay! And this game is pretty, and no, I do not have a mercy rule. So Toby Harrah blasts a 3-run jack. And the Rangers now lead this game 13-2. And the next batter for the Rangers is Bump Wills, and still one out. And Max Leon, I think, is just going to have to take one for the team. 4 runs in this inning for Texas, now leading 13-2. And I think that just eclipsed the highest score by a team in my inside pitch scoring. I'm pretty sure that just did. I know I had a high-scoring game here somewhere. And then a 9-7, 3-2, 2-1. I think that did. I'm not sure. Bump Wills the batter for the Rangers. The Braves right now just really want to get on a bus and go home. Max Leon will pitch. That's a 5-1. That's a possible error. Bump Wills, 5-1. That's a single to right field. The hits just keep on coming. The ball is hit to right. That's Burrows. His error rating is a 5. That's a 7. He won't make an error. But it is another base hit. Wills goes to first. The batter will be Dave Mays. Still one out in this inning. 13-2 Rangers. Infield halfway. Leon with the pitch. 6-4. Double question mark. And against the lefty, a 1-18 is a star line. That's a 17. He barely got it, but he does get a star line. And it's going to be a fly out to center. Second out. As May hits one out there. Now the batter will be Juan Beniquez. Beniquez is 1 for 3. Leon's pitch, 6-4. Another double question mark against a righty. That's a 1-9 would be a single 1. That's a 4, and he gives up a base hit. That's a single past Leon. Bump Wills, base run rating is a 4, and he's going to make it to third because it becomes a 5 with the 2 outs. Runners at the corners, a base hit by Beniquez. That's his second hit of the game. And now the Rangers are just having fun. Here's Jim Sundberg. 2 outs now. Infield now goes to normal. Will's on at third. Beniquez on at first. Leon is not tired yet. Next batter probably will be 1-3 for Leon. That's a strikeout possibility. The 16 is going to be too high. Sundberg will swing 1-4, and it's another base hit. Single one past the pitcher for Leon. Bump Wills will come in to score. Wow. Wills will come in to score. Juan Beniquez, that's a single one. He will make third easily. Sundberg goes to first. It's now 14-2. If anybody wants to leave, I completely understand. But right now, the fans here at Arlington Stadium are just enjoying, with a bag of peanuts and a beer, watching the Rangers now have a 14-2 lead on the Braves. And here is Mike Hargrove, and that's going to be it from Max Leon. It really doesn't matter who the Braves put out there on the mound. And they're going to bring up now Jamie Easterly. He will come in and pitch. They have plenty of pitchers to use, but it doesn't matter. 2 outs now. Easterly will now pitch to Hargrove. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. That's a 2-3. That's a strikeout possibility. Against the lefty, that's a 5 + 4 is a 9. And he does strike out Hargrove to end the inning. So, another 5 runs for Texas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. 7 hits, including a home run by Toby Harrah. At the end of 6, the Rangers are just embarrassing Atlanta 14-2. Timeout. But we will play on here at RJL 518 Network. We play until the final out. Who cares if this game winds up being a 30-2 win for the Rangers? Oh, my God. Top of the 7th. I don't get many games like this, but it's nice to know they do happen. Top of the 7th, Bert Blyleven. He's still strong. Leading off for Atlanta will be Gary Matthews. Those set players to the plate saying, yeah, you're crushing us, but we're still going to play on. No mercy. Blyleven will pitch 6-2, and that is a strikeout, and that is a star line. That'll end the inning there, and it's going to be a ground out to third. No runs for Atlanta. They did get a hit. Bottom of the 7th inning, and the Rangers are just all over the Braves, 14-2. I really have to enjoy games like this. I don't get many of them. Bottom of the 7th, Jamie Easterly will come out to pitch. And Atlanta, we're going to leave him out there. So right now the Braves down 14-2. They know this game is pretty much done. So they're going to let some of these pitchers take one for the team, I think. Bert Campanera, Easterly's pitched 1-5. That's a blank. He's not tired. Campaneris 1-5. He flies out to right. Campaneris was 3 for after that. He's 3 for 5 for this game. Here's Claudell Washington. Easterly's pitch. 6-4. That's a possible error. 3-5. That's a ground ball to first base. That's Montanez. His error rating is a 6. That's a 3. He's going to make an error. He can't make the play. Washington will make first. As he boots the ball. And that's just a 1-base error. That's an E3. Second error on the Braves. He'll go to first. Easterly says, yeah, what else could happen? And now the batter is Willie Horton. Here's a who. Horton is 4 for 4, 2 singles, a double, and a grand slam. Missing a triple to complete the cycle. He can hit one. It is a possibility. He can hit a triple. No strat roll. Easterly will pitch. 2-2. Possible error on a grounder. Horton, 4-4. Single center field. Actually, past second base, actually. Single past second. The ball is hit to Gilbreth. His error rating is a 6. And that's a 3, and that's an error. And that's going to be a 2-base error. That's a base hit, so it's an error on a grounder. That's an error on a grounder, which means that's an infield single and with a 1 extra base advancement. So that means Washington goes to third and Horton goes to second. A single and an error. That is an E4. Willie Horton is 5 for 5. And that is the 3rd error on the Braves in this game. Now the batter is Toby Harrah. And Jamie Easterly is looking up at the sky and saying, "Mother." 1 out still, bottom of the 7th. Easterly will pitch to Toby Harrah. Harrah's 1 for 3, but he did hit a big 3-run jack his last time up. Infield is normal. Braves really just want this game to be over. Easterly's pitch, 1-2 against a righty. That's a blank. Harrah, 1-3. That is a ground ball to short. That's a ground ball to short. And that is on runners at second and third. Claudel Washington will send Washington home. The throw is going to go to first. So there's 2 outs. Washington will score. Horton on a ground ball to short. And let's see what we go with him, as he has to beat the 1D6 roll. It's a 3. He does not. So Horton actually holds at second. The run scores. There are 2 outs, and it's now 15-2 Rangers. And that's how you play that. So a ground out to short. That does score Washington. He comes in. And Horton stays at second. And now the batter is Bump Wills. Wills is 2 for 4 in this game. But now 2 outs. Horton on at second. Easterly still pitching. Someone's going to have to take one for the team. The Braves are out of it anyway, so it really doesn't matter. 4-2. And against the righty, that is a single one against since Will is a switch hitter against the lefty. A 4-2 is an S1 against the right. That is a base hit. That is a base hit. Horton will score from second easily. Wills goes to first. It's now 16-2. I did say the Braves were bad, right? Base hit for Wills. And the batter now is Dave May. Still 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 16-2. The most runs ever done in any game I played was the payoff pitch or inside pitch was 17. At least I think so, unless I had that. Well, I did have that 19. I think I had that 19-run game by the Cardinals and the Reds, that one game in payoff pitch. Easterly will pitch 4-2. And against the lefty, that is a possible strikeout. And a 15 is going to be too high, so May gets the swing. 1-6 for May. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to first base, and this one's going to be taken by Montanez, and he will make the play. That is a ground out. And the inning is over. 2 more runs, 2 hits, and there were 2 errors in this inning. 7 innings in the books, and the Rangers are all over the Braves, 16-2. We go to the top of the 8th. And the Braves really, the fans pretty much are just relaxing now watching this. Bert Blyleven, he is not tired yet. They're going to keep him out there. Why not? You got a 14-run lead. Roland Office leads off for Atlanta. For you, Atlanta, if there are any fans of the Atlanta Braves out there, I am so sorry. Bert Blyleven's pitch 6-5. Still got to play the game. That's a double question mark against the lefty. That's a 1-12. That's a 10. And it is going to be a star line. And that's a fly out to left. Next batter is the Braves DH, Barry Bonnell. Blyleven's pitch, 1-6, range play. Bonnell, 2-2. That's a ball hit to shortstop. That ball is hit to Campaneris. His range is a 5. That's a single 6. If he makes it, it's a ground out. It's a 5. He does. Great play by Campaneris. He has it. Throws to first. Out number 2. Turns a single into an out. And Bonnell just shaking his head since one days. Here's Jerry Royster. That is a ground out instead of a single. Blyleven, 5-3, strikeout possibility, and a 6 will get Royster out. He is out of there. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Rangers. Nothing for the Braves. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, 16-2. We'll see a new pitcher for Atlanta. 2 righties and a lefties coming up for Texas. Juan Beniquez will bat, so I'm pretty sure we'll see a right-hander here for Atlanta. And they're going to bring in Preston Hanna. He will pitch for the Braves here on the bottom of the 8th. And I think he went to the manager and said, "Do I really have to?" Preston Hanna will pitch for the Braves against Juan Beniquez, bottom of the 8th inning, 16-2 Rangers. In an absolutely embarrassing game. Hanna will pitch 1-5. That's a range play at the park. Juan Beniquez, 2-5. That's a ground ball hit to first. Montanez's range is a 1. Does he make some sort of a play? No, he does not. That's a base hit. And is that a single or a double? It's a single. Beniquez will hold it first. A leadoff base hit by Juan Beniquez as he gets that past Montanez. That's his 3rd straight hit. He is 3 for 5. Here is Jim Sundberg. Infield halfway for the double play. Hanna's pitch 2-1. And against a righty, that's a strikeout possibility. Against it's a 10 plus 4 is 14. He does strike out Sundberg. There's 1 out. And now the human rain delay, Mike Hargrove. Hanna's pitch, 5-3. That's a possible error. Hargrove, 2-1. That's a ground ball to first. And that's it to Montanez. His error rating is a 6. That's a 20. So no error. Is there a double play? 3 plus 1 is 4. Minus 1 is a 3. And that is hit to first base. So the shortstop is the pivot man, which is Rocket. And he has a -1, so it's a 2. A 1-2, the Braves get a double play. They do not. Beniquez, however, will be thrown out at second. Hargrove is safe at first, and there are 2 outs. Fielder's choice. And now the batter is Bert Campaneris with 2 outs now. For those of you who joined me late and are checking out the scoreboard, seeing a 16-2 lead, you're going to have to watch the video to see how it happens. Hanna's pitch, 4-6. That is if you're interested in that. Star line, and that is going to be an automatic out, and that is a ground out to second. So no runs for the Rangers. Can you believe it? They did get a hit. And at the end of 8, it is 16-2 Texas. And the Rangers are just going to try to finish this game off. As here comes Bert Blyleven. And he is he tired? Not yet. He will be after this. He will be after this. But we go to the top of the 9th. Top of the 9th inning here at Arlington Stadium. The Rangers already thinking about their next opponent in the second round of this one-and-gone tournament. It will be Willie Montanez leading off for Atlanta. Blyleven pitches. 3-2. Starline. That's going to be an auto out, and that is a ground out to third. 1 out. Jeff Burrows will come up to bat. He hit a home run for the Braves in the second inning, and they took a 1-0 lead, and then the Rangers opened up a can of whoop-ass on this poor team. Blyleven's pitch, 2-4. That's a strikeout. 17 against the righty is going to be too high. Burrows has a 12 plus 4 is a 16, but a 17 too high. So Burrows gets the swing. That's a 4-6, and he grounds out to short for out number 2. And the last player, mercifully, for Atlanta will be Gary Matthews. Blyleven, 4-1. Possible error grounder. Matthews, 4-1. Auto out, ground out to short. And the ball is hit to Rocket. His error rating is a 16, and that's a 17. So shortstop. Campaneris' error rating is a 9. That's a 17. There's not an error. So Campaneris gets it up, pumps once, pumps twice, throws to first, and this ball game, mercifully, is done. Bert Blyleven goes the distance, gets the win. Niekro takes the loss. Nothing there for the Braves. And let me check the final line score in this matchup. And I believe the 16 runs is the most runs I've done yet in an inside pitch game. I know it is. 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And they had 3 errors. Texas, 4, 5, 9, 10, 17, 19, 20. For the Texas Rangers, 16 runs, 20 hits, no errors. For the Braves, 2 runs, 6 hits, and 3 errors. Blyleven goes the distance, gets the win. Niekro takes the loss. And that is it here from Arlington Stadium, mercifully. Sorry I couldn't give you a better game, but sometimes you got to enjoy games like this when it's just hit after hit after hit. Nothing you can do here. Bert Blyleven gets a complete game, but he's going to share that MVP with Willie Horton. Horton went 5 for 5. 3 singles, a double, and a grand slam home run. Bert Campaneris was 3 for 5 in this game. Toby Harrah hit a home run. He was 1 for 4. I mean, it was just a crazy game for the Rangers, and they just go ahead and own it here. So Texas will advance. With that win, they will take on the Oakland Athletics, who upset the White Sox in the previous game. And I hope you guys will join me for later tonight. We get to some National League action. The San Diego Padres will take on the Houston Astros tonight at the Astrodome. That'll be tonight's game for One and Gone. Bleacher Bums Gaming out, Red Sox fan, forever remain 90. And for all of you who joined me, thank you for joining me for this game. Sorry it couldn't be any better. But that'll do it for me this afternoon. We'll see you guys later tonight. Thank you all for here. Once again, the Rangers blitz the Atlanta Braves 16-2 and move on in the One and Gone tournament for 77. Thank you, everybody. Stay safe, healthy, smart, and strong. Catch you guys later.